This one's coming from DL News, and this is how Japan is triggering the crypto market sell-off and why Bitcoin's price can benefit from it. So again, it's still good news even though this happened. The Japanese yen is the most important macro variable, says Arthur Hayes. The BitMEX co-founder predicts the US will print more money in response to strengthen the yen, and many believe that money printing will boost cryptocurrency's price. And if you look at the charts, and historically, it really does. So this is a good thing for that to happen. But yeah, let's read this through this article. The global capital markets opened the week in the red, and crypto prices plunged the most since 2022. Fears of a U.S. recession, along with anxiety that Jerome Powell aired by not lowering the benchmark interest rate as the Federal Reserve's last meeting, are contributing to the market pessimism. Now, Arthur Hayes, the co-founder of BitMEX, noted another market trigger, the Bank of Japan's recent decision to raise interest rates and the effect it's having on the nation's currency. The yen is the most important macro variable, Hayes told DL News last week. Before the Monday sell-off, it will determine the prices of tech stocks and U.S. debt going forward, he said. Now, as Japan goes, if the U.S. policymakers react to Japan's rate hike the way Hayes predicts, it should be good for crypto. It's not the first time Hayes has linked the Japanese economy and crypto prices. In May, Hayes argued that Japan's weak yen could ignite a crypto rally that sends Bitcoin to new heights. Now, the situation starts with the Japan rising inflation. He says prices of goods and services in Japan are rising the fastest pace since 1980. Now, to combat inflation, the Bank of Japan announced on Thursday a 0.25% interest rate raise. But there's a problem. Raising rates also increases the amount of money the Japanese government must pay on its debt. Now, with the Japanese public debt at an estimated $9.2 trillion, or more than triple its GDP, even a small rate raise results in billions more interest rates on debt repayments. Now, to pay off the debt, the Japanese government needs to issue more debt. And to ensure demand for the new debt, Hayes said the government will ask Japanese investors to repatriate its capital. Now, this means selling foreign investments like tech stocks and U.S. debt and trading U.S. dollars for yen. Now, if they can sell that stuff and repatriate it and put it in the banking system, then the banking system can buy the debt it's issued at the prices the government can afford, he said. Now, unwinding the carry trade, interest rates in Japan have historically been low, and as a result, investors borrowed cheap yen and sold it for dollars and invested in U.S. stocks and bonds. Now that the BOJ of making it more expensive to borrow yen, so investors are being forced to unwind this trade. Now, this is called the carry trade, and whale-sized investors like hedge funds are exiting in droves, upending the markets. Now, the weakness in the U.S. equity market is a precursor to what will happen over the next 5 to 10 years as the policy is unwound, Hayes says. Now, the U.S. tech will suffer because Japanese and anyone who funded in the yen will have to cover the short go-long yen repatriate capital. Now, more money printing? Japan's new economic path will withdraw billions of dollars from the U.S. stocks bonds, something the U.S. government and feds must respond to. They're going to have to find a way to print the difference and fill the hole that the Japanese have left, Hayes said. Adding that, the U.S. needs to make sure that stocks keep going up in prices of debt and keep rising so that they can fund the country. Now, there's various ways the U.S. can fill the hole, but they are ultimately involve quantitatively easing or having the Fed print more money. Now, it is the money printing that Hayes is betting on that will be good for crypto prices. Many attributed Bitcoin's metric 2021's rise to the Fed's quantitative easing policies in response to COVID-19's pandemic. Whether such money printing will happen again remains to be unseen, and while Hayes remains confident that this situation will resolve with crypto moving higher, other investors aren't so sure. Bitcoin fell below 50,000 for the first time since January amid the sell-off. And as of right now, let me turn around. We got a TV back there. Wait, it's not showing the Bitcoin price, but I believe right now Bitcoin's price is at 54,000. So we pretty much gained $5,000 in market value since then. But yeah, so people bought the dip, but this is really what did cause it. So that was one of the things that happened with the crypto markets.